Hey YouTube, I want to do a real quick video on my Bruder D5 dozer conversion. This isn't anything new, they're all over YouTube. I'm not the first person to do this. I had a couple guys help that I'm friends with the semi club and stuff, as far as their version of doing it. Bruder D5, plastic toy. So one thing I really liked how they did it. See how the servo drives are mounted? And I have to get one of my boxes out here so I know what. So I'm running the high-tech HSR 2645 CR, which CR is continuous rotation. So these are digital servos, continuous rotation, but the cool thing is they're good from 4.8 volts to 7.4. And I'm going to show you why that's a good thing. So at the 7.4 volts, the speed is 72 RPMs and the torque is 166 ounces. They're standard size servos. So they're butted up back to back. These two all threads I used to hold it together. And what you can't see, and I don't think you will be able to, the bottom one down here is run through. And then there's one on the front side too. So it's actually, they're bolted together and bolted in the Bruder. I could probably get this out of here. And that's the inside. And yeah, I marked them. And the reason for that is I'm computer illiterate. I'm running this on my FlySky FSI 6. And I'm not an airplane guy, so it took me just a few minutes to figure out how to get the mixes on the radio to get this thing to essentially tank track. So there's the drive. I mean, so what I did, and I wanted to keep everything contained in the chassis. This is just a Savox 0231, I believe, waterproof. It was a crawler servo I had in my TF2, and I didn't like it, so upgraded it. It is only good for 6 volts, so I'm not sure how long it's going to work. But I just made a simple angle iron bracket, double side taped the servo, and put a couple wire ties on to hold it. Put the grill on there then. Oops, I got something stuck here. I put the grill on, and then my servo horn. So what I did then with those servos, so I have a 1300 milliamp 2S LiPo that slides in here pretty tight. Put the balance plug down. Put it all in there. And I run that directly into my FlySky receiver. Yeah, I'm running Dean's plugs. I would have switched it to the smaller Dean's, but not sure if this is the battery I'm going to stick with, so I want to save all my batteries for Dean's, so I made this adapter. Plug it right into the battery port of the receiver. So there's no speed controllers. They're not needed with the digital servos. I'll show you here in a minute. The digital servos are fully proportional to radio output. So they essentially have built-in speed controllers. So I just plug everything in, and it's all right there. I'm not going to wire tie this down. And the reason I did all this is because I didn't want to put charging ports and all of that. And if you're familiar with the Bruder conversions, they're hard to get apart because they're a toy. So when they're put together, they're really not made to come back apart. So they have all these little tabs. And there's inside ones here that actually are right here. So what I did was took some sandpaper and I just lightly sanded all of these tabs that the body mounts on. I sanded them smooth so that they don't snap into place like they would have with a toy. And I can remove the body, sort of like our RC cars, so that I can still get into there. I think that's a better thing to do. I'm going to paint up some detailing on it, and I do have some LEDs coming, so it'll have lights. So the blade works, obviously, up and down. It does have angle, too. What most guys do is drill a little hole in here, and they put clips in them, and then just manually change it. I have seen guys put a micro servo under here and run that blade angle. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. For USTE, which this is going to go to, I'm probably going to pin those. I'm not going to have a servo in it in time, I don't think. That's in another week and a half. So what I do, I have this on. I just shove the antenna up in there. Match up the front grill there. And I'm not going to, I guess I can. I wasn't going to snap this all the way down. So there it snapped all the way down and it's in place. The body is in place where it goes. It's all snapped down. We'll turn the radio on. So there's our blade up and down. And that is as far, I have the set point set, that is as far as it will go. So it will dig a little bit farther than the actual tank treads. So all the way up, there's our forward, backwards, with, like I said, our mixes. That's full speed. So see how it's proportional? I can go as slow as I want to go, as fast as I want to go, spin it on a dime. It's kind of hard to show too now. What I did with the actual hubs, I don't know if you could see in there. It's just the round servo horn with obviously the 3 screws. I did have to take these stock sprockets and shave them off a little bit to get the width. And they are known for these sprockets to slip, so I don't know if you can see inside of there. On every other tooth, there's 20 teeth on those sprockets. On every other tooth, I drilled and screwed in a little 2mm round head screw. Every other one, so there's 10 of them on each drive. That did really tighten up the tracks, and now they don't slip. I have a friend that I met at the Lebanon, Indiana semi and construction show. He's 3D printing new hubs with bigger gear to better match the tracks. That's not a new thing either. I think there's 3 or 4 programs or downloads on Thingiverse. I don't have a 3D printer and I'm not into it yet. So I don't know if that's where he got it, but he's printing them for me. Actually, they're in the mail, but I wanted to get it running, so that's what I did. And then another trick, because you're pushing dirt or whatever, they're light, they're plastic. I have wheel weights. There's actually 2 sets on here. And I know it looks like a lot, but really I think it's only about 6 ounces. But they're stick-on wheel weights. I'm also going to, inside of here, a lot of guys, there's a bunch of little pockets in there. I think I'm going to get some fishing, small split shot, and fill those crevices and cavities, and then epoxy them on each side, and that will weight it down some more too. So I haven't had it, you know, outside. It's pretty snowy out here, and I really don't want to get it out in the snow. But that's it. That is my Bruder D5 conversion. Thanks for watching.